Hello. Welcome to the C Spot. I am Chef C. This is the C Spot. Um, Today we're cooking. Well, we cook every day, but today we're doing it's Tuesday. Taco Tuesday. Sometimes I post them on Instagram. This time I'm going to film it. So you're going to get a good look see of Instapot, my Instapot fajitas. Um, it's a quick dump and go meal. I actually like my veggies a little chunky. Chunky, not chunky. I like them a little crispy. So I'm not gonna cook my onions and bell peppers in with the meat. The meat's gonna take about 11 minutes, 8 to 10 minutes to cook, give or take. If you're going from frozen, probably gonna be a full 11. I am thawed. I'm actually using beef stir fry. So I am using it's already cut. If you don't have it already cut, you can cut the meat yourself. You can use stew beef. All kinds of options. So we got our Instapot on, and we're gonna start cooking. So come with me. All right. So I've got my meat, and normally I would, we're gonna do it normal. I'm gonna salt and pepper it as we go, and I've got some seasoning over here. I'll tell you about the seasoning. We're gonna cook it in batches since I have the small Instapot. All right, so we've got our Instapot going. I got it on saute. Got about a tablespoon of avocado oil. It's a salt and pepper mix. Just salt and pepper mixed together. Keeps me from having to do it individual. Just gonna let it get a little bit brown. All right, so let's talk about our veggies. So I've got some jalapeno. I've got like a quarter of an onion, and I've got about a quarter of a red bell pepper. And this is like a half a jalapeno that I've cut up. I've cut it into julienne slices. We've got our spices today. I've got a half a teaspoon of cumin, a half teaspoon of salt. I've got a half teaspoon of black pepper. Everything was a half teaspoon of black pepper, a half teaspoon of chili spice, and a quarter teaspoon of ancho chili spice, and with some red chili flakes. I'll have the link to the recipe in the description below. Gives you the full out everything. Everything is everything. All right, we got a little brownish going on, which is what we want. Now you can have this with some outside of your julienne vegetables. You can have this with some cilantro rice cauliflower. You can actually buy that already in the bag, already seasoned and everything. All you have to do is just microwave it. Use your freezer section, people. Don't get confused that everything has to be from scratch, from fresh, and all that kind of stuff. When it's in the freezer, it is fresh. Because they freeze it fresh, so it's fresh frozen. Haha. So I use frozen vegetables all the time. If I have it fresh, I use it fresh. Just a little bit more salt and pepper on that batch. We're gonna let it cook up, let it brown. The next thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna saute the vegetables a little bit to get them going because I want them to have a little color on it before I add it all in. And we're gonna put our spices on the vegetables, and then I'm gonna save half the spices for the meat. I'm not doing a salsa this time around, but you could. I do have, in case you didn't want to do cilantro lime rice, I have some roasted root vegetables. These are carrots, parsnips, and sweet potato. I'm actually going to put those in. These are already cooked and roasted. We had these left over. I'm actually going to put those in with the vegetables whenever we finish this dish. because I have to sneak our veggies in wherever we can. Veggie, veggie, veggie. We are carnivores here in this house. Here, give or take. But we like our veggies as well. We're going to use this new wrap that I found. It's not that I found it. It wasn't lost. It's called Cut the Carb. And they're big. So I'm going to cut them in. I'm going to cut 2 in half because it's just me and sous chef. And that gives us 2 apiece. This will serve 2 because I'm not using a lot of meat. I'm using like a half a pound of the beef strips. And what I did was I just bought the big pack of the beef strips, split it in half, and froze it. And then I just brought this out of the freezer, put it in some water, put it in the fridge to defrost it, and that's how we live around here. All right, so we've got good color going on our meat. We're gonna take our meat out. I think I got enough. Might need to add maybe just a touch of our avocado oil, just a touch, to make sure stuff doesn't stick too bad. I'm gonna put my veggies in, give them a little color on them. Everybody in the pool? So like again, I said I have a quarter of an onion. I've got a half a jalapeno, and I've got about a quarter of a red bell pepper. Now, I'm using what I have on hand. If you have green bell peppers, use them. If you have yellow bell peppers, use them. I will tell you that what I found in the grocery store, if you get anything other than a green, it's expensive. So I usually buy those bell peppers, unless the recipe specifically calls for a specific color, I'll buy whatever I feel like buying that week based on my budget. Because we are budget conscious. We are very budget conscious. That onion does not want to get picked up, but I'm determined. Okay, so we're going for texture, not color. So I'm gonna turn this around just a little bit. Excuse me. Spicy. Excuse me. All right, so we got to see. The seasoning spice makes a lot, by the way. You won't use all this, but you can save it and use it again. You can use the seasoning spice for your taco night, for your taco meat. I'm going to sprinkle some of the seasoning on here just to get it started. And then we're going to sprinkle some on the meat. Now, normally I would tell you, you cook beef, you use beef broth. Cook vegetables, use vegetable broth. Cook chicken, use chicken broth. Caritha's being, excuse me. Sorry. Caritha's being extra special today. And I don't have any veggie broth, any beef broth. So I'm using veggie broth. Our onions are almost caramelized. That's exactly when we want to take them off. Just got to be able to trust it. Woo! Peppers are hitting. All right, we're ready to pull off. Now, I'm okay with not getting all my peppers out. Meat going in. I hit the sous chef hard too. It's them jalapenos. All right, we're gonna put a little bit of our spice in. And yes, you can see me. I'm going like a teaspoon at a time. We like flavor at this house. We like lots of flavor at this house. All right. I'm going to go in with just enough broth to cover the meat. And again, if you have the beef broth, use it. I don't have any, so I'm not using it. I got just enough in there to cover the meat. So don't want it too juicy. And what we're going to do is once this cooks down, we're going to take it out. We're going to give it 8 minutes. Don't need more than 8. So we're going to I set it to pressure cook. I've got the pressure cook on high. My time I've reduced down to 8 minutes. So put our lid on. Make sure everything is turned to vent. And we're ready to go. I'll see you back here in 8 minutes. All right, so while our meat is cooking, you know, every dish needs a sauce. Yeah, I said it. We got some of these. We ate out. We do that sometimes. And Sweet Baby Ray, we got these Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. You can use any barbecue sauce you have. You can use, you can make your own. I make my own a lot, but this was here. And I said, well, why don't we do like sort of like an Alabama sauce. Alabama meaning Alabama barbecue sauce. But we spice it up with taco seasonings, with fajita seasonings. So we're going to use the same fajita seasonings. So I got one of the little cut containers of the Sweet Baby Ray's. I'm going to start with a teaspoon of mayonnaise. You want to know what kind of mayonnaise I'm using? Why, man, it's Duke's. Is there any other? Anything else is salad dressing. Haha, I said it. I'm not a mayonnaise eater. I eat mayonnaise in stuff. I won't eat it on stuff. Yeah, I know it's weird. Just leave me alone. It's who I am. We're going to start with like a half a teaspoon of our same spice, same fajita spice. That's why I said it makes a lot, but you can use it everywhere. Got that in. Going to give it a little mix. Now my goal is to have a sauce that we can have on the fajitas itself, because I'm not making a pico de gallo or a salsa. But as I said before, I don't eat mayonnaise. I like it in stuff, not on stuff. So I have to make sure this doesn't taste like mayonnaise. So we're gonna give it a look. We're gonna give it a little taste. I love me some meat. Add just a little bit more spice to that. You have the sweetness from that barbecue sauce. You grab the spice. Ooh, them peppers from our seasoning spice. You got the smooth and creaminess from the mayonnaise that's gonna round everything out. How about we let Sous Chef take a gander at it and tell me what I need?
I think we're good right there.
What you think about that, sir?
I like that right there.
And that's a spice that you can make on the fly. That's a sauce you can make on the fly. It's good stuff.
Yep.
If you had some lime juice, you can squirt some lime juice in there. Now, so we've got our spice. We've got our sauce. And these are the cut the carb wraps. And all I've done was I took here.
There you go.
All I do is I took one. So this is one wrap. This is one wrap. And I just cut it down the middle. And this is going to be enough for both of us. Now, these wraps, I've fallen in love with them. Did I put them up? I did. I've fallen in love with them because they are low in carbs. They're low in carbs. They are exactly 14 grams, and a serving size is 1 sheet. So that one big one is 14. So these two that I have here, that's just 14. That's just 14 grams of carbohydrates, and they are 3 grams of protein. Now, it does have whole wheat flour, unbleached flour, but it's got psyllium husk, salt, yeast, and water. Those are the ingredients. I love it when I can read the ingredients of an item, and I can actually read the ingredients of the item, which means I can actually, I don't have to get Paulo, Sully, Molly, Cuddy, something other. Who wants to read all that? And if I can't speak it, I shouldn't be eating it. So there's that. We've fallen in love with these. I think I've done crunch wraps. I've done tacos. I've done wraps. I've done breakfast wraps. Everything. They're not sold in stores. You can keep them refrigerated and you can freeze them. Yeah, but it's called Cut the Carb. CUTDACARB. It's a good thing. Plug. So we've got about 2 more minutes left on the meat. And then you can watch me put the veggies back in to get them heated back up to temp. And then we'll be ready to eat. Right on? Right on. Okay, we've pulled our meat out. And I had extra juice, so I poured some of the juice off. And we're just gonna put our veggies back in just to get them back up to temp. And as soon as they're up to temp, we're just gonna add our meat in, and then we're gonna be ready to eat. So I've got the Instapot back on saute. I left a little bit of the juice in there. A little bit. We put in all our veggies. Some peppers are really doing a number on us. Like capsaicin, I think it's called. It will not take long for this to come up to temp. And again, this took about 8 minutes in the Instapot. If it's thawed, if it's frozen, probably gonna be about 11. And you can also do this with chicken, turkey, and I'm supposing tofu. Don't make me do tofu. I'm not there yet. I am going to do a soup that has tofu in it. All right, we're getting hot. Going to add our meat. Give it a little zhuzh. All right, y'all, when we come back, be ready to eat. All right, y'all. All I did was let me go ahead and give my disclaimer. Sous Chef ain't never met a cheese he didn't like. So I had to put him some pepper jack cheese in here because he likes more hotter, more better. So I've got a piece of pepper jack cheese. And then I put the beef fajita mix on top of it. Add a little sauce. And there you go. Mine are plain. You can see mine. He's already had one. So there's that. He's my taste tester. So he tasted it, said it was good, and said he needed another one. So yeah, we did that. So now you know Taco Tuesday doesn't not have to be just tacos. And you don't have to go out to get you some fajitas. You can do it in your Instapot. If you want to do it in the oven, you can do that same thing in the oven. Yes, in the oven. 375, 425, somewhere around in there. Put that meat and stuff in there. Let it go. One sheet pan meal. It's a good thing. It's quick and it's easy. It's simple. It's healthy. You know everything that's in it. Yeah. And like I said, that is enough for a serving each of us. And then I have a little bit left over so he can have lunch tomorrow. Right on. Right on. As always, I like to say thank you for coming and cook with me today. It's been a pleasure. Come see us at the www.thecspotfood.com, and you'll check out the recipe. I'll have the link in the description below. THECSPOTFOOD.com. You can also check us out on Instagram, Facebook. If you want to contact me, use the contact me page at on the C-Spot Food. Emails, cspotfood@gmail.com. All that. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And always, in all that you do, remember to enjoy that journey. Later.